Hi guys, welcome to the Blender. In this series I will show you everything that you need to know to get started with 3D for the games. I will show you everything that I learned through the years making 3D in games. I will show you every single trick that I learned through the years working in 3D in games. I am solo developer and I remember when I started learning about 3D and Blender, there was and there still is not like good tutorials for 3D for game for beginners, because Donut tutorial it's not for that, it's not for games. That tutorial is for making like 3D movies. And when I say that, I mean real tips and tricks for real life, for real games. So let's get started. In the bottom right you will see this mouse, and here you will see when I press some key, so you can follow along. Before we start, I need to tell you two important things. Along this tutorial, I will tell you keyboard shortcuts. These keyboard shortcuts, you need to master it and learn it. So your left arm is just moving by itself. There is no, remember this, there is no way around that. You need to learn it. If it takes you a month or two, you cannot go around it, believe me. So when I tell you some shortcuts, open your Word or LibreOffice and write it down and save it on your desktop. So every time when you start Blender, you will have every single shortcut. Second thing is, I remember when I started first time working in 3D, the most difficult thing for me was after I look all tutorials and everything, when I needed to work on my own. I did not know how and where to start, I knew shortcuts, I knew everything, but I did not know from where to start. You will have that feeling, but after a month or two, it will pass and you will know everything. You just need time. So let's get started. So first thing, when you open Blender, what you do? You just select this light, camera and this cube and hit delete. And you delete this star cube. After that, you made another cube. You just hold Shift and A and mesh and add a new cube. If you are wondering why I deleted first cube and started cube and make new one, it's because that is meme in Blender. You will understand it in the future. And now moving in Blender. When you want to move in Blender, you just hold the middle mouse button and move around. And when you want to move your camera, with your left hand you hold Shift and with your mouse move, and you just let go Shift and you move. Just practice this movement. Practice for 5 minutes this movement. And after months you will get like you are at home, Now when I start new project, every time I like to just save it. In this tutorial we'll be making a sword, and I just save it and call it like sword 1. And next time you can just save project and you will have it in that folder. Next thing what we'll do, make sure that your numpad is unlocked. If it's locked, unlock it and hit 1 on numpad 1. When you hit 1, it will bring you to this front side of your object. You see, hit 1 front side. You can hit 2, 3 it's from side, and when you hit 7 it's from the top. So remember that. But for now we will click on numpad 1, go in this, and when you are in this view, when you hold shift and move, you will not exit this mode. Why this is useful? Because we can make perfectly aligned objects. Just look at this. When I try to move this cube, what's the problem with the 3D and computers in 3D softwares? Because your computer does not know. When you move your mouse up, maybe you want to move this cube further away in the distance, but your computer PC does not know where to move it. You are working in 3D space, but your mouse is working in 2D space. So that is the most difficult thing in 3D, For you to make the perfect model, you need to make everything straight and aligned. So you want to work from angles. And you need to understand that, because that is how machine works. how machine thinks and what is the biggest problem in 3D. And that is that your software is trying to know where you exactly want to move. What here, and here. The most difficult thing for you in start will be you will get lost. Maybe you think your cube is like in distance, but when you turn around, your cube will be, or your model will be on place that you do not want it. And shortcut for going back, it's Control Z. Next thing what we will do, we will add some concept art like photo, PNG or JPEG, so we can have some reference for working. I will hit numpad 1, and move this cube aside like this. And I will just open my folder where my photo is, and I will just drag this photo. You will have this photo in video description. And now, when I click on this photo, I'm still in this mode. I'll hit G, and you can move this photo. And you see. Next thing, you see here on the right side, when you click on your photo, and here on data, I will hit on perspective and on both. And now you can see your photo from both sides. If I turn that off, you can see your photo because your photo is like very thin. You can see it just when you click one, and when you move, you cannot see it. But when you click on your photo and turn perspective, you can see it on both sides. And that is the way how you work with photos in 3D. Next thing that I like to do, I will hit 1, select this cube, I will hit G and Z, and when you click Z, you can move your object along Z axis. You see, in this right top corner, you have that is red X-os, that is green Y-os, and blue is Z. And when you are moving objects in 3D, you want to move them on that axis. So for moving object, you select that object and press G, and you are moving your object. And now on your keyboard, you can press X to move your object along X line. And if you are not satisfied, when you are in process of moving, you just hit the right mouse button, and that will place your object on starting position. It will cancel everything. Try that. So select this cube, press G and press Y, and you move your object along Y line. Now press G and hit Z, and now you are moving your object along Z line. You can see it like this better. But you see, when I hit 1 on numpad, go in this view, and when I move my cube, it will go up and down. It will go just on Z axis and X. You see, this is very useful when you are working in 3D, so you cannot get lost. You need to move your objects on axis, otherwise you will get lost. You will have like a little bit mismatch of positions, of edges of your object. That is the first thing that you need to practice and learn, and the most hardest things. When you start thinking like that, you will know that you are starting to get hang of 3D. So work with axis. When you are working with organic object, you can just hit G and move it, but for everything other, you move things along axis. So I will hit 1 again, select my cube, press G and move it here on top this red line that is on top of grid, because when I'm working I do not like, it's my, I don't know, PTSD that I like my object to be at top of grid. So, and I will select this photo and I will move it like here. And this photo, as I said, its link will be in description so you can follow along, and yes, it's AI made photo for this tutorial. So when you select your object, if you want to scale it, like I select this photo, you will press S on your keyboard and you can move your mouse and scale things. I will just make it bigger and press G and move it like here, just so we can see it better. And we will try to make this sword. Next simple thing is how you rotate your object. When I select this photo, I will hit R and just rotate it. Or you can select object, hit R, and type like and you can type number on your keyboard like 90, and it will rotate your object on 90 degrees. Or you can select your object, hit R to rotate it, and then click axis that you want, like axis Z and Z 90, and it will rotate it on Z axis, this blue one, on 90. You can do it that on X and Y. I will just go back, hit 1, and rotate it 90 degrees. And now, so we can make this sword from bottom to up. This is just video so you can learn the basics of 3D for games. Things that I said you in or I will tell you in this video is the most important information that you will ever learn for 3D for games. So just stay with me. And you do not need to learn every single shortcuts, because you will learn it with time. And I forget some who will remember everything, you know. I'm working in 10 different softwares, you know. Let's get started with modeling. When you select your object, like your starting cube, because we are making this sword, we can start with cube, but we can start also with cylinder, you know. But let me explain you first, because you see this handle of this sword is like cylinder. So when you are starting, you need to find the closest shape. But let me explain you something about models. When you select this, your model, this cube, on the right side you will have your object. This is cylinder, this is cube, and this is photo. And when you select everything on this right side, you have like 100 different options that I will show you in future. But let's select this cube and hit tab on your keyboard. And now we are in edit mode. On the left top side, you can see the modes. You can click, like now we are in object mode. Now you select different object. And when you select object, when you are in edit mode, you work just on this object. You cannot select anything else. And now you edit your object. And when you are in edit mode, when you hit tab again, you switch between edit and object mode. So tab is for that. I will just move this cylinder, hit G, X, and move it along X os. Now I will select my cube, go in edit mode with tab. And now I need to tell you and show you the most important thing about 3D in games. In 3D, we have these dots that is called vertices. We have edges and we have faces. You see, when you hit one, you see here on top left, you are in vertices select mode. When you click this, you are in edge select mode, and when you click on this, you are in face select mode. Shortcut for that, for vertices is 1 on your keyboard, for edges is 2, and for faces is 3. Write it down. You need to memorize that. Very important, the most important thing. Now when I go in face mode, hit 3, select this face. Now I hit G to move it like cube. You see, but you see when I move it, when I go on top, maybe I want to move it just right on X os, but I move it slightly inside. I will go back and hit 1, and now this is why this view 1 and 3 from side and 7 on top is the most important thing. You have more moves, but that will come later. Because when I select this face and I want to move it on X os, I can move it in 2 different ways. Hit 1 and just hit G and move it. And you see, now when I look, it moves straight. I can also move it, select face, hit G, X, and that will move it just on X os. Or G, Y, and that will move it just on Y. And G, Z, it will move it up and down, like objects. And that is why this like bird view top, it is or this mode from front is very important when you are working, you know. So you just don't want to get lost in 3D space. And I remember when I started 3D, that is like revelation for me when I figured that out, you know. You cannot move things like freehand. You can in some, I will show you how, but in most of the cases you just want to follow axis. And now most important thing about 3D models. I'm in edit mode. I'll press 1 to select vertices. You need to learn that this is the most important thing for games. When we are modeling things, we want to model in quads. So you want your model to have like for every face to have like four vertices, like this. Like we have 4 faces and all faces are quads. That means all faces have just 4 vertices. Why we want that? Because when you import your model in any game engine, that is like math problem and how engine works. Because for computer it's easier. Computer will make from every single quad. It will make triangles like this. Your software 3D, that is how 3D in games work, will make like everything in triangles, because it's like I don't want to go in that problem, because for a PC it's easier to calculate triangles, you see, and find it's like math problem. You can research it. It's easier to find the dots in triangles. I forgot how that problem is called, but it doesn't matter. Why you want to work in quads? Because when you have quad, you will get just 2 triangles, you know. But let's say that you model something like this. It's called angons. When you have more than four vertices in face, it's called angon. Then instead of your face have just 2 triangles, your PC, when you import it in game engine, will need to make something like this. Now your face will have like 3 triangles instead of 2. And that's like optimization for games. For it's better to have quads, and then you will have, when you import your model, it will have just 2 triangles. When you make angons, it will make 3, or if you have more, it will make like complicated. It will look something like this. Now you have 4 faces. That's like more processing power. That is why we model everything and try to model everything in triangles or in quads, because that is optimization for games. And if you watch like other tutorials that are making models not for games but for 3D movies, they do not care about triangles, you know. They can have whatever they want. So this will be everything for this introductory video. So please leave, comment, like and subscribe. Thank you.